Did SpaceX cause the destruction of a billion-dollar U.S. government top-secret satellite known as Zuma? Well, I'm Zach, this is ZakDTV, and let's take a real quick look at this. Over last night and into this morning, I did get a few questions about what happened to the Zuma satellite. There's reports that it blew up during launch, there's reports that it failed to activate, there's reports that it never detached from the second stage of the Falcon 9 rocket and fell back to Earth. While this is a top secret classified project, so we don't really know what's happening, I think we'll take a look at what we do know. On Sunday, January 7th, around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there was a successful launch of a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral. This rocket is said to contain the Zuma spacecraft, which again is a satellite we know nothing about. We don't know what it's supposed to do or anything like that. Estimates are it costs around $1 billion, but we don't even know what branch of our government is running this thing. But it looks as though after many delays, this was originally supposed to go up back in November of 2017, it did finally launch. And a spokesman from SpaceX has been quoted as saying, as of right now, reviews of the data indicate Falcon 9 performed nominally. So basically they're just saying, hey, we did our part of the job. Everything went well. Now, since the initial launch, places like the Washington Post have stated that Zuma crashed back down to Earth with the second stage. It burned up on re-entry, things to that effect. And according to Jonathan McDowell, he runs the Space Track website, assumed satellite catalog entry is not an error. Still doesn't mean the USA 280 is still in orbit or that it's separated from Stage 2. This suggests that payload, Stage 2, remained attached and completed 1.5 orbits, winning it a catalog entry, then performed deorbit. But with that being said, we still don't know anything. The US government will not comment on the status of this mission. Neither will Northrop Grumman. They're the people who developed the satellite. And while SpaceX did say they performed nominally on their end, they can't make any more comments when it comes to a classified project. But according to a source that's familiar with Congress, they state that yes, the mission did fail. Now that they did state that the mission did fail, who's to blame for this failure? Well, the one people want to blame is SpaceX. For some reason, they have this reputation of being unreliable, even though every launch in 2017, all 18 of them, went up fine. It's kind of like they're the new kid that people want to pick on. So if this is found to be their fault, it could cost them a lot of business. As for Northrop Grumman, they could probably take the hit a little bit better than SpaceX can. They've been in bed with the US government now for ages, and they're known to handle top secret projects for our government. One thing that does make SpaceX look good in this situation is that the payload adapter that mounted the Zuma satellite inside the fairings of the Falcon 9 rocket was manufactured and provided by Northrop Grumman. So if everything worked fine on SpaceX's end and the satellite didn't decouple from the rocket, well then, it is Northrop Grumman's problem. As far as where this leaves us now, SpaceX is going ahead like business as usual. They've pulled the Falcon Heavy out of the launch hangar, and they've got it standing on a pad again. They're getting ready to do those static fire tests, and they're moving forward with future launches. So if this was something wrong with the Falcon rocket, or with SpaceX programming or anything like that, we've seen it before. They shut down their launches and they figure out the problem. So in my mind, if there's a problem, this falls back squarely on Northrop, and maybe they should quit blaming the little guy for their failures. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for stopping into this little update video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to click that like button and subscribe so you know when I upload something new. I usually put up videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I hope to see you here again. And until next time, have fun and be safe.